overanalyze everything, including my relationships. All right. Not so much my personal relationships, but definitely my relationship with YouTube. I know what you're thinking. But Court, you've only made 3 videos. How could you possibly be questioning your relationship with YouTube? Let me put it in perspective. You've gone on a couple of Tinder dates, you've matched with a real cutie, things are going well, you get all dressed up to go out. Then we approach date number 3. Now, I'm not any sort of expert on dating, but usually by date number 3, you kind of have a sense of who the person is and you kind of have an idea of where you think the relationship could go. But the question still lingers in your mind. You're thinking, is it too soon to ask? Should I even say it? Is it going to turn them off? Is it going to scare them away completely? That question being, where do you see this relationship going? But the truth is, no matter which way I try to look at it, it's still only the 3rd date and I still don't really know what I want out of the relationship. But I definitely know what I don't want. I'm an actor. I want to be able to act. I want to be able to write. I want to be able to get creative on my own terms. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and you can call me Courts. Today's video is sponsored by collagen. If you have wrinkles, you need collagen. And here's the thing, okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. If that's you, if you're out there making cute videos and helping people out, that's great. I just don't think I'm not gonna be very good at it. I just don't think I'm not gonna thrive in that. It's not my niche. I really just want to keep trying new things. So if you find that this channel is a little inconsistent, it's just because I'm working on finding my niche and figuring out exactly how I'm going to take this or which direction I'm going to take this in. Now, I know I've mentioned in previous videos that I have goals for this channel, but I thought I'd just share with you guys what those goals are. So the way that I see it going, my subscriber count grows and it just keeps growing and growing and growing and ultimately doesn't stop growing until finally doors start opening. And these doors, they start opening to places that I can only dream about. This is where manifestation comes into play. Now, if you think that manifesting is just a bunch of hooby-dooby-dooby, well, you're wrong, okay? But, okay, you're not wrong. Just hear me out before you make any snap judgments because manifesting has worked for me and I know that it can work for you too, and people are capable of getting anything that they want. I'm so convinced of this. So I first heard of manifesting on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I stumbled on, I fell into a hole, but I never actually applied it to my life until years later. So this information was lingering in my head, but I never actually went for it. And when I did finally decide to try and apply it to myself, it wasn't like I was sitting there oh, I'm gonna manifest this because The Secret told me to. No, I held on to this information in my brain, threw it in the recycling, and then never took out the recycling, and went back one day and was like, oh shit, this recycling's pretty full. Maybe that'll actually work. Maybe I could actually use that still. And then I pulled it out and I gave it a try and it worked. Throwback to October 2018. I lose my steady serving job and I'm continuously trying to find new work, but for some reason, the universe is just no, you don't need to be a server right now. And I was like, but I need money. It wasn't until May 2019 that I finally decided to try something new. I was like, okay, obviously I'm not meant to be a server right now, so I'm gonna look into retail or sales or something. And I stumbled upon this sales position that was a salary job at $25,000 a year. So it was really good money and it would have taken care of all of my debt. It would have helped me catch up and get back up on my feet. So I remember sitting down and thinking I have to get this job. I was so stressed. I was like, if I don't get this, I'm gonna be so lost. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I sat down and I wrote in my journal, I was like, I'm gonna get this job. I'm gonna nail this interview. Everything's gonna be fine. My money's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be out of debt and I'm gonna be planning a trip to New York this time next year. Those were my goals. My goals were to get a job, get my finances in order, and get my ass to New York City. I got the job and I was earning really good money. I honestly thought it was going to take me a full year to pay off my debt. I had $6,000 in credit card debt that was built over the few months that I'd been unemployed. Because I didn't go on EI, I was like, no, I can get a job, I can do it. Racked it up real quick. Then I still had a previous credit card that needed to be paid off, and I think there was like $2,000 on it. So it was close to $8,000 in debt. The job was pretty good, the work was really easy, but I hated it. I was drained. It's not creative. I'm not a salesperson. I'd be like, oh, do you want to buy this collagen? And it's really good for your wrinkles. And then people would be like, no, I don't need collagen. Like, that's kind of weird. I'm good. And I'd be like, okay, that's totally fine. You don't need collagen. It doesn't even work anyways. I kept working, and I'll quit this job as soon as I have a trip to New York booked. Flash forward to December 2019. I had been talking about this with my boyfriend for almost 6 months, almost a year. And I managed to convince him and his entire family to go to New York with me over Christmas time, which is insane. If you ever do want to go to New York or are planning a trip there, don't go during Christmas. Go just before Christmas because the tourists are insane. But I was able to pay off all my debt. I was able to book that trip to New York. That was how I kind of decided manifesting actually works. Here's the theory. So I did it all by writing it down. I wrote it down and I put it out there into the universe, and then I let it go. So I guess this video is just me trying to put it out there and then let it go. But when you try to manifest, if you are keen to give it a shot, I would definitely encourage it. You need to write it down or say it out loud, and you need to sort of make it tangible. There is a science behind it, and I obviously don't remember or know what it is, but there's a girl on YouTube, and she had done a video on manifestation that I just rewatched recently, and she goes into about more of the science behind it, but basically there's a theory that whatever you put out into the universe cannot be ignored. So if you say, I'm a millionaire by 2021, you really have to believe it though. You can't just be like, I'm a millionaire, it's not gonna happen. You have to work hard at something to get you there. The science behind it is that once you put something out there, the universe doesn't like holes. She doesn't like anything that is empty. And so if you create this vortex, if you're like, I am a success on YouTube by 2023 or whatever, I am, but she's gonna see that hole and she's gonna be like, oh, she really is a success, and I need to like fill that space. So she gets you right up in there. Basically, she needs to fill the hole, and whatever you put out there, as long as you 100% believe that you can achieve something, you definitely can. Writing it down and putting it out there and saying it in real life makes it more real for you and makes it easier for you to go after your goals. That's what I believe anyways. The hardest thing for me when it comes to manifesting is actually just letting it go. Like, I am a Cancer, so say what you will about star signs, but I do believe that I have an issue with my Cancer clause. I can't let things go. I'm not the type of person to hold a grudge, but I definitely have a hard time letting relationships go or letting friendships go or letting ideas go. So I'm not letting this one go though, and I really need to. I need to just know that I am capable and put it out there and see where the journey takes me. After the third day is when you really decide to let go and be comfortable and really be yourself anyways, right? I haven't found my niche yet, but can't wait to get there. Thanks for watching. Come on. You're such a dingleberry.